guys just came off a huge win off of Trademark Esports after they pretty much said they were going to destroy you guys, so congratulations on that. But before we go into the details, let's talk about before the event. You guys, obviously one of the most storied teams in HON history. You guys have been to DreamHack so many times before. You guys have history of winning this event over and over again. But tell me about this experience. How does this event differ from all the other ones? What is the atmosphere here at this particular event like for you?
Well, at the last DreamHack events, I had way more time to like go around and check the stuff out, so I had more experience more about the actual DreamHack event. But this DreamHack event is way better insofar as there are way more teams, way more competitive teams. So many teams in the group stage where you can't really tell, oh, these are going to lose and these are going to win, and they're going to come out on top. So there's way more competition, making it way more exciting, way more fun to play. So this has been the best DreamHack so far.
Awesome. So you went through all these great teams, and there are really an all-star list of teams here at DreamHack. And you guys have not had the best of times online recently against these teams and other teams. But despite that, because of your experience here at this event, your proven track record on LAN, you guys are still one of the favorites here. So tell us how you felt about that, what your team's mindset was coming here. Did you feel yourselves as one of the favorites, or were you kind of really trying to work hard to improve, to really get yourselves ready for this event?
We consider ourselves still one of the favorites, not necessarily the favorite. Our aim is, of course, to win everything. Our aim also was to not drop a single map, which we haven't achieved yet, but however, we still want to win the event, of course. I believe that most of the community, like 50%, will still think of us as the main favorite. But even though we have lost against those teams online, LAN is a totally different thing. Like, we're not choking on LAN, we have experience on LAN, things that really get into the other team's minds when they're playing.
Absolutely, it's a completely different ballpark, and you see certain teams really thrive and other teams kind of fall apart. So, along with that, so you guys actually dropped a very early game against Frenetic Array. It was a great match, and some teams would have fallen apart, gone on a loss streak, but you guys came back and you guys have won massive games, most recently against Trademark. Tell us about how you come back from early loss, what you guys do as a team, what is your atmosphere, what is your culture of your team? How do you guys come back from tough losses like that?
Well, since I can observe so many other teams at the moment playing, one thing I really notice is that the atmosphere of our team is extremely different to the one of most of the others. Since most teams are like blaming each other even during the game, a thing we absolutely despise, because that's the worst thing you can do. Like when you're in game and you do a mistake and 4 people are shouting at you or something, then you won't play better for the next 10 minutes or something. That's stupid, but just a natural thing, I guess. Also after the game, especially after a loss, teams tend to blame a lot, argue for like over an hour or something over every single point that has been done wrong by certain players. So that's very different, since we're going down to strategy points, which strategy points we could have done different. And if players did mistakes, which always happens, then you also have to take into account that every player does mistakes during the end. There's no perfect game. And this is why choking is familiar, but everyone does mistakes, and that's not necessarily choking. Of course, if someone goes like 0-15, then okay, he was really off his game, but even then you can't blame him because the game's done already. And he won't play better next game if you blame him or whine about it. So I think that's a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. I think your team chemistry is really apparent. I think it comes with you guys being together for so long, going to these LAN events. You guys have really developed a bond, and it really shows. And so you guys just came off a big win off Trademark. A lot of trash talk coming exclusively really from their end about this match. Tell us about how that game went, how you guys approached it. Did you really view them as a different team? Did you really want to get after them and really win this match because you wanted to prove them wrong, or was it just another game in the group stage?
Oh, no, it was definitely just another game in the group stage. Like, you won't take a team more serious just because they trash talk you before or something, or you have a grudge against them. Of course, you consider players different in the ways of manner, like you respect teams more than others, but that doesn't come into play when you're actually playing against them. The game itself was extremely methodical, like they never touched our base. I don't remember. I think they got an early lead, like a small one, but we weren't really afraid at any stage of the game, and everyone was concentrated. Everyone did like 1 or 2 mistakes during the game, but just minor mistakes, and it was extremely methodical. Like it was like 5 years really playing together and being at whatever point they need to be in the right time. So it was just, I wouldn't call it an easy win, but a decent win, definitely.
That's great. So moving forward, you guys are definitely going to look to continue that, really use your team chemistry and continue to pump out methodical performances, mistake-free performances, and that's really what you guys have been known for on LAN, putting out incredibly solid performances game in, game out. So going forward, I'm sure we'll be speaking to you guys again in the playoffs. You guys are 3-1 in great position to not only make the playoffs, but take that first seed and get the first round bye. So we'll probably talk to you guys later about that, but thank you so much for your time. fnatic.msi, one of the best teams in HON, one of the most professional teams in HON, and really the pinnacle of what a role model team should be to all of you aspiring teams out there. So definitely, for those of you out there looking for a team to emulate, look toward fnatic.msi, look toward Nova, one of the premier support players in our game today. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck in the rest of the group stage.